All right. Welcome in. I am Waheeda Deen Psychic Medium here in South Florida. I am coming to you tonight on our live to talk about numerology. One of my students requested that we talk about numerology this week. So we're going to get into numerology, what that is, what it means, and how you can write your own. So I have some really good resources tonight, but I want to give you some updates. Hey, Sahara, on what's going on this week at Metafix Wellness Center. We have Reiki Circle this week on Friday for our students, and Reiki Circle is a really great place to connect with other Reiki trained professionals or people just who are Reiki attuned so that you can practice using your Reiki in an open setting where you can show what you're doing or ask questions about what you're doing because it takes a lot of time and a lot of practice to get in these shoes here. And then we're going to be working with tuning forks and looking at how tuning forks can help you during a Reiki session. We've got 2 sets. So if that's something you're interested in, you can register online. Register quickly because there's only about 5 spots left. So get in where you fit in. And then next week, we are going to be moving our public Reiki share to Zen Mystery. I'm super excited. Our tarot circle was great and we love it there. We love the owners. It's such a good vibe, such a good space. And so we're going to move public Reiki share over there. I've already got 4 people signed up, which is so fun and exciting. So I'm really excited to move it over there, have a really good circle. And if it is free, it's donation based, really. So if whatever you donate will go towards using the space, towards my time, things of that nature. But it really is a good space to learn about Reiki if you've been interested in figuring out what that means, and kind of just have some community space with people who are doing weird things like you are, in all honesty. And so tonight, numerology. I do have 2 new readings that are up on my site that you can book. You can book your own numerology reading with me. I'm going to talk about what numerology is and how that affects you as you're going through your life and what that can do for you. In a reading, I'll actually go more in depth on what those numbers mean and what those intentions are for your life. And it's very much more of a cumulative look on where you are and different time frames and gaps that come out in an entire numerology reading. You can add it onto your session, but I just made it public where you can book it online. It takes about 30-45 minutes, and we can do that virtually anytime. Okay, I still have a day job, so not anytime, but most of the time you can. So, and then I have a special this month for tarot. So we are launching full moon readings in true nature with this tarot and this new moon, which I want to talk to full moon, which I want to talk to you about first before we get into numerology. So this full moon is in Aries, and I created a special where it's $33 for your reading, takes about 20 minutes, and we'll go through 3 areas of life. So you can pick which area of life you want to go down, whether it's finances, love, relationships, career. There's a list of them on there. You can book that right now, whenever you want for the rest of the week. And I'm going to keep it running every month so you can always pull for what your life is going to expect in those areas, specifically surrounding the new moon energy or the full moon energy. Clearly, I'm going to be doing it for new moon too, because I keep saying that out loud. So that's really exciting and new, and I love, love, love that I can bring that to you guys. It's going to tie really nicely into our tarot share that we have coming up later next month too. So numerology in itself is the evidence-based theory to be able to use numbers that are associated with your name, with your date of birth, that actually vibrate at a specific energy. So every one of these numbers vibrates at a very specific energy, and it means something different for different parts of your life. Hi, Shaniza, how are you? So this is a breakdown. This is going to be our cheat sheet tonight when you pull your numbers, if you decide to follow along and pull your numbers for yourself. And I can give you answers on the area of life that it's going to cover and what number you come up with. So the first thing I want you to do is go grab yourself a piece of paper. And yes, Sahara, this is probably going to be a full-blown training one day. Hey, Bree, how are you, my love? And go get yourself a piece of paper. On the top of that, I want you to write 1 through 9. Okay, it's going to look like this, 1 through 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you are going to write the alphabet, starting with 1, an A, and then 2 is going to be B, 3 is going to be C, and all the way down. Once you hit I, then on J, you're going to start again at 1. And you're going to go all the way down the alphabet to R, and then you're going to start at S, and you'll finish with Z on number 8. This is super important if you're going to be pulling your number, okay? Oh, I'm so glad you're good. I love watching your videos on the TikTok. So that's going to be really important as you go along. Now, since my sibling is on here and she has one of these, I'm going to mention it. So there are destiny numbers. So you have 1 through 9, and everything that we're going to talk about can boil down to a 1 through 9 and that vibration. My sibling is special because she's my sibling. And you have master numbers. Master numbers are 11 and 22. So when you're adding things up, it boils down to an 11 or a 22. You do not boil it down farther. You keep it at 11 or a 22 because that has a different vibration. That has a different energy to it, and it means something pretty magnificent, really. Like, you're really lucky if you have one of those. And she is very lucky. So they stand alone. They're not reduced. And it's really, 11 is visionary and humanitarian, if you want to know. And 22 is universal love, spiritual, and wise. All right. So now that you've gotten your 1 through 9, your first number that you're going to go down and do is your soul number. So your soul number is actually the sum of all of the vowels of your name. So when you're talking about your name, ladies especially, I want you to write your maiden name. So your maiden name is going to be Mary Jo Watson, whatever it is, right? So whatever your maiden name is, you're going to write all of that out on a piece of paper. And you're going to start writing the numbers associated with the letters that are here. So let's say we're doing Mary, right? We're going to go, M is a 4, right? A is a 1 over here. R is a 9. And then Y is a 7. So as you're writing that out, you're going to write those numbers above or below the name. Now, when you're looking for your soul number, you're actually going to just be pulling the vowels. So M-A-R-Y, your vowels are A-E-I-O-U. So we have A, but you can also use Y as a vowel. It depends on how you feel. Numerologists will use Y. So that is going to represent your inner self, your secret self, who you truly are at heart. So you're going to write all that out and you're going to figure out what that adds up to. So if we're using Mary, we're going to go for the vowels, right? And the vowels, A is 1, Y is 7. So Mary, you're going to add in like her middle name and her last name, but this is just for context. Mary is going to equal an 8. Now, 8 as your soul number vibrates at limitation, control, justice, authority, regeneration, time, karma. So those are really important things that you're going to be focused on in your life as an 8, right? If your entire soul was brought here, or how you really feel within your heart is being very controlled, always making sure that there is justice in place, like a Libra, knowing that there is authority, like an Aries, having control like a Virgo. Those are the ways that you can make sure that you're vibrating in an energy and in a way that is okay. A lot of times when I learned my numerology, I felt okay to be who I was. It's a little bit like reading your birth chart. You figure out that these are the things that you're vibrating at, and you recognize and realize that it's okay because this is literally the makeup of who you are. And there's nothing that's wrong with any of that. I mean, that's a thought in the first place, but it just kind of made it hit home. So Shaniza has an 11. So for 11, you're going to be a visionary and a humanitarian. So we add up the numbers from the vowels from our first, middle, and last name. Yes. And you use your maiden name when you're doing this as well. So for your soul vibration number in particular, you use your maiden name. So my maiden name was Bacchus, so I would use Bacchus for this one, like BB Waheeda Bacchus. And this example is John Fitzgerald Kennedy. So there's 6, a 9, a 5, a 1, a 5, a 5, and you keep adding that up. So let's say that adds up to 31. You're going to keep reducing that because that's not a 1 through a 9. So 3 plus 1 is 4, and you're going to get the 4. Right? So John Fitzgerald Kennedy, he vibrates as the 4 elements, the earth, the world, the matter, the music, grounded, discipline, limits. Those are the qualities about him. 27, so you're going to be a 9, Sahara. So a 9, of course you're a 9. You're conscientious. You have a universal awareness. There's a finality about you. A 9 is also the end, right? So 1s are beginning journeys. 9s, this is probably a ending kind of lifetime, not like you're over, but you're finishing out like cycles. You're finishing out cycles that you're going through as a 9 vibrating in this life. These are actually contemplation, the higher law. These are actually our teachers too. I think Uma is a 9, I'm a 7, but we confuse that all the time. She always is like, no, you're a 9. I'm like, no, I'm a 7. But that has nothing to do with, what you choose to do for work and stuff like that. It's just kind of a way that you can incorporate it. Shaniza, you're a 21, so that's a 3. So you're a 3, which is self-expressive, expansive, the Trinity, it's independence, it's communication. My daughter is a 3, and she all the time. Talking. So 3s are our communicators. So we need 3s. They're going to be on TV. They're going to be on ESPN. They're going to be the ones who are telling the truth. They're going to be the lawyers, right? You need 3s. All right. So that is your soul vibration number. And don't get too hung up on learning all of this right now. Like, that's why I put the reading up. So if this gets a little too bogged down, or you watch it later and you're like, I just can't, I need Waheeda to do it, it's only $55. It's really not that much. All right, then you're going to go to your personality number. I love a personality number. Hey, Sylvia. It's your sum of all your consonants, right? So we just did all of our vowels. Now you're going to look at everything you wrote, and you're going to write the sum of the consonants. Now the consonants are going to be everything that's not A, E, I, O, U. Like, that's the clearest way to say that. Okay. So all of the other letters, it's going to take a long time. You're going to write them all out, but write them all out because there is another one that uses both sets. So you want to have it all written out, okay, when you're doing it. Now, when you're adding all of these up, you're going to see that there's so many, and you're just going to do the math. Just go one by one at a time, and keep reducing it down till it gets to one number. Now, your personality number is actually how people perceive you. It's how you vibrate out into the world, right? So I love this is in a different sense than astrology, because this is like how we shine, how we carry ourselves, like what we are when we're outside, going outside, okay? So a couple of them are, I think what is my personality number? It's a 4. I'm pretty sure I'm a 4. So my personality is a builder. I'm practical. I love service. I'm content. I'm a solid organization or mechanical, and a little stingy, which all of those are true. But I come across that way as well. I come across, there was something in my personality number that was like, I come across as like almost hard on some people because they can't see past like the hard rough shell that I have, which is very true. I don't let a lot of people into my like deepest inner thoughts. And so that's what I will say. If I vibe with you, then you're cool people. When you're pulling that one for your personality number, what I want you to know and understand is Glynis has my number. Your Number. Glynis Has Your Number is the book that I used when I was first doing this for myself and in my class. And my mentor taught me, Uma. So Glynis McCants is the woman who wrote Glynis Has Your Number. And I believe she has a second version of this book as well. I never bought the second version. 3, you got a 3, Shaniza? Nice. You're like 3 central. I love it. And this will give you full descriptions, like full pages of descriptions and like lots of different examples and lots of different numbers that you can pull. You can leave. Oh. So when you're a 3, Shaniza, for your personality, let's see, then you are joyous, you're versatile, you're talented, you have brilliance, you have wit, you have charm, you're pleasurable to be around. You're ambitious. You can be a little careless sometimes and a little superficial sometimes. Maybe you have some Taurus energy there. You got 55 total, so 5 and 5 is 10, which is a 1. So Hara, your 1 is success. Oh, 1 there. That's strong. I love all your numbers. Your numbers are great. You have success, power, ego. That's where you're always like, I don't care what you're telling me what to do. I know better. That's fine. You can know better. You're grown. You're a leader. You're a pioneer. You're dominant. You're original. You can be a little bit lazy, and you can be you could be a lot a bit bossy, but I figured you just got it from me. So that one is the personality, and that's how people will perceive you. So sometimes when you think you're being direct as a 1, because that's what's logical also in your brain, you can come across as being like a little bit too much, a little bit too extra. And it's more about, I would say, knowing that this is something that occurs to be able to catch it. You know, like I was in my staff meeting today and I lost my mind last week on some students who just weren't prepared and wasn't ready. And I wasn't ready to walk into that situation that way. And I straight up apologized to my team and was like, I know I'm a little insane. And I just wanted to take a moment to say sorry for bringing that energy to work that day, because I was having a hard time. My bad. All right. So it's a lot about awareness. Now, your next number is your destiny number. Destiny numbers are so much fun. This is your composite self. This is your career. This is your purpose in life. Okay. You can change your name and your life direction in your life. So here, you're actually going to use your married name or soon to be married name. Sounds about right, Sahara. Yeah. It ain't no bad or good about it. It just is what it is, you know? So with this one, you're going to actually write out Miss Soon to be Ganesh. You're going to write out your to be married name. And you're going to use your whole name in this one. So you're going to use all the letters. So if you did your first one where you did the vowels and you did the consonants, you don't have to redo that. Just reduce down your last name, your maiden last name, Sahara and Shaniza, and then go ahead and use your married name now and add that into the number set, if that makes sense. If I confused you, let me know, but you can just add those whole numbers up, change the last name, do a little math, and get a good calculation going. So you want to use your vowels and your consonants for the entire thing and reduce that down. Now, this is a pretty important number. This is like where we're going in life, what we doing, why are we here? All right. Quality, personality, destiny. Why doesn't the chart add up correctly? The chart is not charting. Daily vibration, location, career, health. Okay, that one's not on here, so I'm going to look them up for you. Destiny numbers. I love destiny numbers. This is the one that I think I'm a 7. This book is so old. And if you're just joining us, we're pulling numerology numbers and learning today. Oh, hello. Yes, Christy, you can go back and watch. But if you're joining now, Christy, you want to write out Christy Van Bailey, and you can use Connor for this one. And count out 1 through 9. as you see here, and write your alphabet out underneath it. And then that's what number that letter vibrates at, okay? 62 or 65, that's 11. No, because it's 11. So 65 would be 11 because it's 11. You're going to keep it at 11. You're not going to go down to 2. Good question. That was a trick. You got all these 11s? Girl, 11s and 22s. The 11 was visionary humanitarian. So you do kind of do that for your work. If you wanted to look at a 2, hold on, let me find them real quick. You got a 4. Okay. Well, that's that's not mathing either. All right, destiny number 11. You're the philosophers, the leaders, and the teachers. You're exactly where you need to be, girl. Don't even stress it. My 4, you're extremely logical, practical approach, and you make a good organizer. You have a tendency to think things through clearly, right? This means you have like a great eye for detail. It can also lead you to like overthinking sometimes and suffering from self-doubt sometimes. So you want to find careers that are in that realm. So that's like your very logical careers. Like it could be as fun and adventurous as like event planning because that's very logical. It's very much a process. But you also want to look at if am I doing like math kind of work? Am I doing accounting? Am I doing things that like where the math is mathing? That's gonna be my new slogan tonight. And then honor that in yourself, because if you're not, sometimes you might not be in the right career, the right job, which is why these things are quite important, I'd say. Now, life lesson. Life lessons are your life path number. This is actually your birthday. This one is super simple. Oh, you're good, Hara. So with your life lesson, oh, I think you missed it. So your 11 are philosophers, leaders, and teachers. And I was like, you're doing exactly what you need to. So life lesson number, or your life path number, is really what this one is all of the numbers using your birth date. This is your fate number, also called your fate number. And this many things might change, but your fate's not going to change. So this is the day you were born, the month you were born, and the year you were born, right? So this is what you're destined to do here. It's really funny that the back doesn't match the front. All right, so your life path number, I will look them up once you pull them. Oh, you're a 9, Christy? Let me tell you. And then, of course, you can just Google these things. Life path number 9s, they're very oh, of course, this is so you. Very humanitarian, you're generous, you're humble in nature. You have a sense of deep affection for people and you're always willing to help them. And if you don't know, Christy is a foster parent. So she's adoptive mother as well. And she has taken on many children and adults, frankly, as we grow through our own processes. You're very affectionate by the concerns of the world, and you empathize with people in need. That's why you are this way, girl. That's what you were put here for. Now that math is mathing. Shaniza, you got a 4 again. The 4, this for your life path number 4, stability and the function of life. So you're very practical. You want to have a profession that you are in front of that demands your attention. You have a desire for financial stability, so that's your topmost priority. And you have a thirst and respect for things that are much bigger that are around you. 29 is your total, so you're an 11 here too? God, Sahara. Oh, sorry, hold on. Panacea is also a 4. Okay, 4. We just did 4. Your fate number is a 5. Oh, the other was your married name. Well, well. Zara, you're 11 here again. How many 11s you have, girl? Ooh, a life path number 11 has the qualities of the number 2 magnified. So if you have this number, you're likely more spiritually aware. Very true. You're a visionary. You are all in your head all the time. You're inspiring. You're charismatic. You're inventive. You're a dreamer. You're idealistic. And you're a deep thinker. And you rely on faith rather than logic to lead and deal with life. So sometimes when you're in those situations where you're not really airing that faith is going to lead you in the right spot, you need to take the logic away and let faith lead you to the right spot. You know what I'm saying? All right. So the last one I want to do is you're going to keep your birthday there and you're going to add the year 2023 as your year. So go ahead and add up your date of birth. 8 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3. This is your annual year number. So I got 21. So I'm in a year 3. Makes so much sense. Right? This is the year that I'm blossoming, putting out my website, my business, all of these things are growing very, very, very exponentially. I'm leaving the work world. I'm stepping into the business world for myself. So communication. I've been doing these lives weekly forever in Kajesus. You got an 11, Shanice, and nice. So your annual number 11 is going to be hold on. Your personal year. Sorry, that's what's called. Your personal year number 11 is, like we were saying, it's the double year. It's going to lead you to achieving and creating a direction that you've never had before, right? So it also deals with like the 2. So relationships for you are going to be really important this year. And finding like your romantic, your spiritual space, your social space, your business space even is going to be like a lot of the different transitions that you go through this year. Okay, Jen. This will go up on YouTube after too with captions because I know it's a lot. Sahara, you got, yep, so it would be a 9. So your personal year in 9 is, yeah, it's an ending. So you're ending a lot of, you already ended a lot of things. This is also the 9 where you're gonna just have no more unfinished business. It's like really reaching conclusions, tying up loose ends, really just kind of cutting off those things that don't serve you anymore in a way, but also using that energy to, like, next year, if you're in a 9 this year, next year is a 1, which, hello, wedding bells, we're getting married, we're buying a house, all these things. So that is perfectly in alignment with where you are. Christy, do you know your annual year one? Oh, you want me to do it for you? Let me get my calculator real quick. You're a 5? Okay. So personal year 5 has unexpected opportunities. I love that. We're embracing change and freedom. So this is encouraging you to break free from limiting beliefs, to embrace new experiences this year, to be open to adventure and opportunities for your personal growth, your personal transformation. That's a lot of change. It's a lot of change. Sylvia, I'm adding up your personal year now. 19, which is 10, which is 1. Sylvia, you're in a personal year 1. So you have new beginnings. You have new beginnings this year. You have new growth, new opportunities that are coming out this year. Also, lots of change. Yeah, you're welcome, Har. Also, lots of change, Sylvia. It's fresh starts in your personal growth during this year. You may have a strong drive to pursue your goals, to take on new challenges, to embrace change, and to seize opportunities as they come your way. Yeah. Hey, Sam. We were doing numerology tonight. If you want me to do your personal year, put the first 2 days, the day you were born and the month you were born. Like I'm 8/24, August 24th, 8/24. So put whatever that is for you, and I'll do the year part for you. How are you? I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, Peggy. So the personal year, your personal year, yeah. So 10/5, exactly. Good job. So you're 6 + 7. Peggy, you're in a year personal year 5, and then I got you next, Jen. So your personal year 5 is embracing change and freedom. It encourages you to break free from limiting beliefs. I think Christy was this as well. Embrace new experiences, being open and adventurous for opportunities, personal growth, and transformation. Jen, you're in a year 7. I'm in a year 7. Hey, 7 buddy. Personal year 7. Spiritual year of deep inner work. I mean, I can't even tell you the amount of classes I took this year, like let alone trained, the amount of classes I personally took. Like if you got a mentor out there, if you got somebody that you're following in here, that you are growing from and who mentors you and caters for your spiritual growth like I do for other people, if they are not also leveling up, man, you better think twice about booking them. I always tell my people, if your healer doesn't have a healer, that's not your healer. You got to find another one. So I went through a lot of changes this year, a lot of classes, a lot of growth. So Jen, it's a 7 in numerology is time for spiritual awakenings, knowledge gathering, solitude, and inward focus. So I have changed drastically by September of this year from who I was in January. Yeah, you've been learning a lot. You did your Reiki this year. That alone will change you. You bought your house. You went through a lot of changes. You had to kind of let go of a lot of things that I think you probably were, and you were okay with being, but you moved from a whole nother country. You found a whole nother group of friends and circle. And then you really realized a lot too, what was working for you and what wasn't working for you. And I did a lot of that too. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into the readings, right? Those are the numerology basics. And I am going to make this a class next year, so stay tuned for that. And if you weren't on here earlier, I am going to be offering numerology readings. Mine are a lot more in depth than these 4, but it's $55. You can book it on my website right now. We could do it on Zoom, or you can add it into your session. So if you're booking Reiki or access bars or tuning forks, you can add it on to your session for $55. And I'll do it in the office, and you get a printout. Everything is highlighted. I'll go through everything with you, and I'm using a lot more of my intuition and my mediumship abilities too, to really kind of like I had someone come in that I was like, you need to be me. Like, you need to be a healer. You need to do this work. This is what you're here for, girl. So, And I don't say that lightly to anybody, because this is not the path less. This is the if this ain't the path for you, then you don't need to be doing this. Trust me and believe, because you got to change a lot of things about yourself. So for readings tonight, if you would like a reading, just start. It's okay, Sam. If you want to just start saying yes in the comments, and I'll start writing your names down and hit it, then we can do that. And we are using the Moonology deck because we have a full moon. Hello. So the full moon is in Aries this week, and I do have full moon videos coming out starting tomorrow. So all right, Jen, I got you. So Jen, Sam, Sylvia, Shaniza, Peggy. Hey, Peggy. Thanks for coming by. All right. And my sibling. I was like, where did you go? You can't type. Is Brandon with you? Does he want one too? Let me know. I was thinking about Brandon. I was like, I should call him and be a sister. Okay. The full moon this week is in Aries, and that is the energy this week of things where you want to take a bit more of an aggressive approach towards your goals, towards the energy, because it's the harvest moon. Harvesting is where we're gathering all the things that we've worked hard on, we're putting them together in one place. And with the Aries energy in particular, you're going to be like being moved forward, pushed forward, right, in that direction of ambition, of growth, of really working out what they meaning your spirit team have in store for you and your direction. Yeah, I felt like he was stressed about life. All right, so sorry, we can't. There's a process to this, and if people don't tell you that there's a process to this, and if y'all are not doing this the right way, you better light a candle and light some sage and cleanse before you pull cards, because you are definitely letting energies into the room and into the space, and you need to sage and cleanse afterwards too. If you need tips like that, come to my tarot class. My tarot class is going to be the third Saturday of the month. Every month. Ooh, that feels totally different. All right. Jen, you are up first. Let's see what Spirit has for you. What does Spirit need to know, Jen? Jen, step out of your comfort zone. Ooh. So you've been kind of staying in your little bubble for a little while. And this really feels career driven. This feels like not just living your life, not just keeping the mundane part of life going, but also about allowing yourself to try something new, to be something different, to be a little more adventurous with your partner, with your life, with your work. If you're getting opportunities for jobs now that you're moving into, play around and see what it is that you want to bring in, especially this full moon coming in. All right, Jen. Sam, hope you're doing okay. Sending you lots and lots and lots of love, Sam. I actually have a funeral to attend tomorrow. All right. Girl, don't laugh at me. Confidence is the key to success. New moon in Leo, and Leos are that energy of knowing that they are the Ijnit, right? They have it together. You have to put on a face right now. You have to know that nothing that's going on is about you, that nothing is directly related to you, that nothing that is being expressed around you has to do with you. I know wholeheartedly in my soul that it doesn't feel that way. I know that you're going to take a lot of guilt on for what things happening right now. But remember, you didn't do it. Okay? That's Spirit's message. Oh, you are a Leo. Oh, girl, Leo it up. Okay? Leo it up right now. All right. Sylvia. Hey, Sylvia. Oh, you're applying for jobs. Awesome, Jen. Yay. Sylvia, nothing is yet set in stone. Nothing is yet set in stone. And this is a mutable moon. So this is that energy of it not entirely being so daunting that you don't have to keep it and create it this way, that you can really uh, shape it. Shape is the word I was looking for. Shape it into the way that you want it to be. All right, Sylvia? You're welcome, Sam. Love you. Shaniza, you're next. Shaniza, I have a cousin, Shaniza. She spells it a little bit differently, though. Spirit, what does Shaniza mean? Oh, you're just, girl, these just fell right out, and this deck does not fall out. Okay, Shaniza, you got some work ahead of you. You got communication is key. New moon in Gemini. You feel two ways about it, is what they saying. You feel like you want to say these things and it's a little bit aggressive and maybe a little manipulative, but you also feel like you feel this way too, and it's a little bit nicer and it's a little bit kinder. That's the energy of Gemini, and sometimes you have to have that duality in the conversation. It's time to take action is what it's followed by in Aries, which is what we're literally going into right now. And so taking action in that conversation and having that hard conversation that you don't want to address because you feel a certain type of way about it. Sometimes you got to put those feelings aside. Think a little bit more logically about how you want to move forward. All right, Shaniza, let me know if that resonates for you, darling. Wow, I'm so thirsty tonight. Peggy. Is Peggy in the spirit? Go. Oh, Peggy, you also got nothing yet is set in stone. And this is really more related to romance. So, Peggy, if you're thinking about dating somebody or thinking about doing something new, because it feels like you may be married also, Peggy, nothing is yet set in stone, right? Sometimes there's change that can happen, whether it's within the relationship or whether it's the actual person that you need to change. But I'll leave that part to you. Okay. Sahara. Thank you. Okay, good. You're welcome. You would flip my cards that can't flip. Ooh, the answers you need are coming, Sahara. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. And that's even like a completion, like it's coming to a whole. And once you have those answers, then you can like move on. You can like let go. Because then the full moon moves into the new moon, which is like that time that we're just like, okay, now that I know, and this is what the answer is, it's like, nah, swipe left, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. You're welcome, Peggy, you're welcome. I'm glad that resonated because I wasn't trying to break you up in a reading. But, you know, you got some things going on. So the answers you need are coming with full moon in Gemini. Hara is also about a transitional time for you and like something coming to a completion that you needed to know about. It's like if you guys put a bid in on a house and you wanted to know what the answer is, like you're going to get your answer soon. You're going to understand how you can move forward with that. My Brandon son. Okay. I'm glad you know. Glad you know what they're trying to tell you because it don't matter to me, it matters to you. All right. Brandon. Does Brandon need to, do you need to work on Brandon? You can bring him Friday, we'll work on him. He feels like he's in pain. Well, damn. The answers you need are coming. So clearly, you guys are doing something together. And you need to know. It's coming. If you want me to pull more for you guys, just tell me. Call me later and I'll pull it. Because that's like, you saw me shuffle, right? You saw me shuffle. Okay, cool. The answers y'all need are coming. whatever they are, whatever you need to know so y'all can move forward is what it is. Okay? I love you guys. You guys are the greatest. All right. Let's pull for the energy of the rest of the week because things are really wonky out here. Right, but like you saw I shuffled, right? Okay. I know you did. I think I did, right? Because it's recorded. Rest of the week, rest of the week. It ain't what it's what. Welcome, Sahara. Welcome. It's magic here. So the rest of the week, I want us to look at the bigger picture. There are some moments and some times that are, we can really get focused in on those little things that are happening as opposed to actually looking at the whole picture and looking at how this all fits together. And sometimes we get like stuck up in that nitty gritty and it just kind of brings you down. It brings you down pretty quickly or faster than you should have been or anticipated to be. And you just got to take a step back and look at how this all plays together as a whole for you. And in that full moon Sagittarius energy, where there are those free thinkers, those free spirits, those people who want to move all the time and create energy all the time and are the life of the party. So, how are you looking at your entirety of life and everything in the big picture and how that moves forward together for you? And what do you want that to look like? So, no pressure this week as you go into the full moon, but spend a little time crafting and creating the life that you've got ahead of you because that's what we're here for. And if you need help with stuff like that, book me for a reading. Readings are really, really helpful. I'm sure, as you know, you stay on this whole time. Readings are really helpful to find direction and guidance in your life. And I am so blessed and so happy to do what I do. All right, that is your evening talk for tonight. If anyone has an idea or would like something specific next week, let me know, or I'll pull a topic. And DM me, hit me up. Maybe we should do a topic on joy because I got a lot of responses from my joy post yesterday. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about joy next week. And if you have any ideas, please send them forward. All right, y'all have a good night. I will see you next Wednesday. Love, peace, and hair grease.